Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bitch Bible podcast. It's me, your host, Jackie Schimmel, live from quarantine. I have the worst news ever that I just got 30 seconds before I started hitting record. I've gone my entire life thinking that I'm a triple Leo, which is just like the most Leo thing of all time to be like, I'm a triple Leo, roar, kill me. But honestly, I haven't really done a lot of work into my chart, which I'm figuring out as we speak. I have an appointment on Tuesday to really go over everything, a Zoom astrology kind of therapy session, which is just so cringy and obnoxious. But anyways, I just found out 10 seconds ago, and I'm trying to gather myself, that I am a double Leo with a Scorpio rising sign. Do you know what that means? That basically means that I am a living, walking nightmare of a human. Like the worst possible combination of all time. And I'm actually mad at myself for even saying it on this platform, because I would like to lie and say that it's something else, something attractive, like an Aquarius or a Cancer, something a little more empathetic. A double Leo with a Scorpio, it makes so much fucking sense. This is why I'm insufferable. Osama bin Schimmel. Hi, welcome to my show. Anywho, it's just me this week. Go fucking figure. I've reached out to so many guests and they don't want to come on because they're scared of me. Anyways, listen, people are like, Jackie, get some new content. It's the same shit every week. Well, yeah, I'm drinking, Luann. You know why? Because there's nothing going on. It's fucking Groundhog's Day. Welcome to 2020. And how dare you? First of all, not only am I bleeding out, audio speaking, every single fucking week, bearing my goddamn soul and my digestive issues. Ooh, we don't want to talk about that. It's regurgitation. Get some new content. I don't do content, bitch. By the way, remember when I made my 90-year-old grandma a pop superstar, busted a dance track, donated the money to charity, and then also made a dream come true, Make-A-Wish Foundation for my beautiful, beautiful grandma Gloria? What did you do during quarantine, Brenda? Gain 20 pounds and get a yeast infection from your fucking inflatable pool? Shut up. I risked COVID-19 to give you a Call Her Daddy collaboration. I gave you My Corona Kitchen. I gave you homemade candles. I took up watercolor painting. I have given you at least 4 performances of Where Have All the Fucking Cowboys Gone by Paula Cole. How dare you disrespect me in my own house? Come in the foyer and shart on the floor like Ramona Singer, and then you give me your little 1-star review. I will find you and I will fuck your ass up. Say it to my face. Oopsie, my husband's calling. BRB. Hello? Hey.
Hey, babe.
Hey, babe.
Sorry, quick question. Would you rather have rosemary or thyme?
What do you think, Andrew?
I honestly don't know. Do you cook with either of them?
I cook with both of them. Which one speaks to you?
I think I like the smell of rosemary more.
Oh, God, you're so rustic. Go with the rosemary. Go with God.
So we got cilantro.
Stunning.
Italian parsley.
Ugh, fabulous.
Mint and chives.
Oh, get out. Okay.
Does that sound good so far?
What about basil?
We were thinking of just using the one that you have.
Ooh, farm to table. Love it. Okay, bye. Gotta go.
Just planting that one? Okay, great.
Good talk. Lilas.
Love you, bye.
Bye. Not to mention, now I'm also giving you marital bliss vibes. Rustic, farm to table, getting goopy in the kitchen. Oh my God, I'm so disgusting. Listen, I had El Pollo Loco earlier, and it's not sitting right. But that chicken skin, crispy, crispy, crispy. Use it as a loofah. Oh, like a dry brush to the inner thighs. Can I also fucking remind you that I have completely compromised my neighborhood reputation for incorporating the saga of Cheryl, my one-armed neighbor, on multiple public platforms, okay? I have to move now. I'm not safe in my own fucking home. What the hell are you doing, Brenda? Leaving reviews in your Facebook groups and making popsicle stick figures with the kiddos with the googly eyes, and little Sammy Jr. is eating glue because he's fucking stupid like his mom. Anyway, hope everyone's having an amazing, amazing time. Happy Tuesday. I'm in a really bad mood ever since I found out about that Scorpio rising. I shouldn't talk shit about fictitious children, but they're fictitious children, so everyone's gonna be fine. Brenda's not a real person. Get over yourself. And if that triggers you, maybe you look inward. Maybe you take it personally because it's too close to home, because you identify with this fictitious person that I hate so much, and that says everything about you and nothing about me. Let's keep it moving. If you live in California, we are experiencing like an apocalyptic fire season. The sun is orange. It's incredibly smoky. It's unsafe to go outside. It's all very scary. One of the massive fires was started by a gender reveal gone wrong. Katie and Todd really fucked this one up for us. This just confirms everything I've said about obnoxious pregnant women, okay? Like, get a goddamn cake and call it a fucking day. Let's just break this down. This is why gender reveals, they blow my mind, because statistically, it's 50-50. So the heightened suspense of a gender reveal that ends up in a, 10,000 acre wildfire. It might have been more than that. I'm not good with math. Acres, miles, I'm not sure. Some massive wildfire for a 50-50 shot. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Is so infuriating, thinking about people losing their homes, animals dying, the air quality is amongst everything else going on in the world. Did we really need this? This could have all been eliminated if Katie and Todd called their sad local baker and had some fucking pink food dye put in the sad white vanilla cake. And that's it. The fucking theatrics for something that's a 50-50 bet. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay? If there was an aesthetic reveal party and we could find out from like Gollum to Kaya Gerber how attractive the baby was going to be, then I'd be in full support. Still doesn't justify a motherfucking wildfire. Let's leave the pyrotechnics to, I don't know, the Super Bowl. Like, I'm sorry, Melissa from Milwaukee, that this is your 16th kid. Is a gender reveal really necessary? Do we need the fireworks? Hot tip, we don't. We don't need the pinwheel platter. We don't need the vegetable platter with the peel-off ranch dressing that you insist on calling crudité. Melissa, get some cupcakes or just phone a friend. Wouldn't it be incredible if there was some Miss Cleo, like That's So Raven perspective into the future where we could gauge like what kind of child we were bringing into the world, like what big of an asshole, or like a savant or a genius, or you're going to cure cancer, or like, surprise, you're giving birth to the next Unabomber. I'm not a psychologist, but I'm going to go on a limb and say that the Unabomber probably didn't have a gender reveal party. You know, I don't see the Unabombers loving parents in a white picket fence house with a golden retriever wearing like team girl hats, team boy, baby on board. Like, I don't really see that, but that's just me. Anywho, you know, I had a friend that dated a guy with one ball, and I lovingly referred to him as the Unaballer, which I thought was very clever. He was really into cycling, which made a lot of sense because he could just shift around his scrotum to the saddle. He would just like flip it to the left, flip it to the right, flip it in front, flip it in the back. And I was just so transfixed about the one ball because I was like, couldn't you just like web it into two? Are balls webbed? This is what I think about in the wee hours of a Sunday morning. Are balls webbed? I think I just found the title of this episode. Sometimes it just comes to me. And also he was very, he's really good at math. I believe he was an accountant. So he had like some type of mathematical prodigal capabilities, quite similar to the Unabomber. And then he had one ball, so it was the Unaballer. Thought it was a cute nickname. Accidentally called him to his face a couple times. He did not like that. But shit happens after a couple martinis. My darling husband, who is building me an herb garden as we speak, went away last week. He was supposed to go camping with his guy friends. Now, none of them, well, some of them, but my husband has never been camping in his life. He went out and bought all of the things, the tents, the headlamps, the canteens, the backpack, the boots, the mosquito net. I mean, I think he got like a reed diffuser to make his tent smell like the Langham. I don't really know what the fuck's going on. Listen, even though he's a converted Jew, not a true Jew, there is Judaism somewhere deep in his soul because that motherfucker don't camp. Now, unfortunately, Katie and Todd lit Northern California on fire, so he had to turn around and come home, and he was unable to camp. But he stayed up in Mammoth with like all of our best guy friends. I mean, we spend 24/7 with like the same 8 people. Like eventually you run out of things to talk about. But this was like a bougie Brokeback Mountain bro trip. They brought up, some vintage Italian reds that they had curated by the sommelier in Napa. And they got some Joe's stone crab, and they're having tomahawk steaks and wedge salads. They're all like, tending in the kitchen while they're sipping their vintage Chateau Margaux. And I was getting real fucking irritated because I'm like, the state's on fire while you're swirling your vintage Bordeaux. I'm in Gotham boarding up the windows, trying not to, have Leo die of smoke inhalation. Anyways, as anyone with a boyfriend or husband knows, when they get a little bit too much testosterone, they become a fraternity. So I'm calling Andrew. He's not picking up my phone calls. I'm tracking him. I'm seeing he's on a golf course. I'm checking the air index. I see that it's like wildly, wildly unhealthy air quality in Mammoth. And I'm like, this motherfucker needs to pack up his clubs before I club him in the fucking trachea and get home. I got so mad that he wasn't picking up my phone calls. I also, hot tip, turn on your husband's read receipts so you can always see what the fuck's going on. I can see him reading my text messages. And then I thought, you know what? Fuck the game and the player. I am the game. So I blocked that motherfucker for 24 hours because I just wanted him to feel unsettled. I wanted him to freak out and be like, where's Jackie? What is she doing? Who is she with? And then like a real psycho, this is like some Gone Girl shit for real. This is Kiki Chagrin out of 10. I woke up the next morning because I could see that he was driving home to me. And I ran out and I bought a new perfume and I sprayed it all over the pillows and I sprayed it all over myself because I thought psychologically it might fuck him up to be like, why is she wearing a new scent? Why didn't she pick up my calls all day? I thought that was genius, and it's just something to take with you on your journey. Here's some Bachelor news. Actually, I have 2 Bachelor Nation updates. I am distancing myself from Bachelor Nation because I just think it's a little, like, it's just too much for me to metabolize. I have all my girlfriends who have been begging me to start watching 90 Day Fiancé. I got to tell you, I gave it the old college try, and my version of a college try is about 3 minutes. I cannot get into it. I would rather watch something. I don't know if I have like this little Rain Woman tick. I like things I've already seen before. I'll listen to an album that I love 643 times in a row for like a solid 4 months, and I never get sick of it. There's something familiar about a Real Housewife marathon. I know what I'm getting myself into. I know what to expect. I can half listen. I can decompress. I can drool out of the right-hand side of my mouth whilst doing a face mask, having a martini, and I just like know what I'm in for. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I'm not looking to expand my cerebral horizons. I want consistency. I want continuity. I want comfortability. And I just want to know exactly what journey I'm about to embark on. You know, am I going to be in the Real Housewives of Orange County Ireland trip with the van ride from hell, the black and white night vision, Tamra, fuck you? Like, am I going that way? Or am I in Paris with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Am I in a lake house in Potomac? Like, I just want to see something that I already have seen. And I really find extreme comfort and solitude in a Real Housewife vintage marathon. I'd basically rather watch that than anything else on the planet. But I was trying to be a good friend. We're running out of things to talk about. Listen, we all spend an obscene amount of time together. I'm in a corona cult. We get tested pretty semi-regularly. I've been tested like 85,000 times. So have they. So I'm like, trying to expand talking points by giving 90 Day Fiancé a try. I don't like it. It's not fun to watch. It's dark. I don't find it to be that funny. I want to see the Beverly Hills women in Fendi tracksuits, like in Rome, screaming at each other about a lesbian tryst. That's what feeds my soul. And I am a firm believer in mindlessness, and it's just 90 Day Fiancé is a little too mindful, okay? So anyways, Bachelor, I don't really know how I got there. That's just a tidbit about 90 Day Fiancé. Now, I am going to try watching Love Island American version season 2 because my friend Sarah told me that it's a must watch. So I'm going to give that the old college try. I'll give it 3 minutes. If it doesn't intrigue me off the jump, I'm out. It's something I'm working on. I'm going to go to therapy eventually, and we'll figure what that means out. Bringing it back to Bachelor Nation, we have to talk about Pilot Pete. Because there's just like a lot to unpack here. I wasn't particularly invested in Pilot Pete's season, although I do prefer The Bachelor to The Bachelorette because I like the women to get slutty. I like them to get aggressive. I like them to bust out their knockoff Giovanni gowns and get in there. And then I like to see how they weather the post-Bachelor storm. Like, what products are they hawking? Do they go Gretchen Rossi? Do they go Amanda Stanton? Like, are they on the Revolve trips? Like, what's happening? Love it a lot. I don't really remember who Pilot Pete chose. It doesn't matter. What matters now is that he's back with the girl Kelly, who he met at a wedding. They knew each other before she got on his season. I don't know how to say this politely, and I'm sure that they're absolutely lovely people, including his mom, Barb. But when I tell you that after doing a deep dive on social media, TikTok and Instagram, I hate them. I hate them in a way that I can't fully express. People say that hate's a strong word. I entirely disagree. You shouldn't give any word that much power. That's why I use the term bitch so loosely, and cunt and dumb fuck and all of the other things. Like, they're just words. Actions over words always. Call me the fuck back. Anywho, I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I fucking hate them. They make me so embarrassed. They make me not believe in the institution of relationships in general. Their staged TikTok dances and like their love montages makes me want to stab out my retinas, put them in a NutriBullet, add some collagen powder, swipe to shop, and then chug it until I choke on my own bile and die. Dissimilar to Pilot Pete season, I was pretty emotionally invested in Bachelor Poophole Loophole Colton the Virgin season. I was always rooting for Cassie. I thought she was beautiful and sweet and, Godspeed for taking his seed. Shel Silverstein is fucking rolling around in his grave with my rhyme scheme. So, when they got together, I also really loved the editing of that season. All of the B-roll of like flowers blooming, birds chirping, like all the orgasm innuendos were very, very funny. However, bring us to 2020. Cassie has filed for a restraining order against Colton Underwood. If she called me, I could have told her that might be in her future. Could he be more virginal? So they break up. Apparently it's amicable. Allegedly, he tries to monetize on the breakup by adding a bonus chapter to his Henry David Thoreau New York Times best-selling novel. Is it a novel? We don't know. I don't know. Which I guess pissed her off because she didn't authorize that, and she thought it was kind of a weird move that he would be, giving the ins and outs of their breakups and then benefiting from that financially, which I totally agree with. But also in hepatitis. In hypocritical Jackie Schimmel form, if anything was to ever go down with me and Andrew, I would do a tell-all book immediately. I would do a speaking engagement. I would tell everyone. I would completely embellish in my favor to make him into a monster and me into a damsel in distress, which nobody would believe. But I'd give it, the old college try. So I get both sides. What I don't understand is allegedly he put a tracking device in her car, which is why she filed for a restraining order. Now, this isn't going to be lovely to say, but I'm going to say it. This makes me like both of them a little bit more. I didn't know that Poophole Loophole had it in him. But once again, be more virginal, Colton. So now she's gone. She's porking other dudes. He's upset. Where are you? He's insecure. His little peepee hurts. And that's what happens. So, I'm not going to follow it too closely, but this is what we do here. We report the news. Cassie, on the scale of bachelor cringy, I think she falls pretty low. I don't know because I don't follow her, but I find her to be like a 1 or a 2, whereas you got like the other ones that are a 10, 10, 10 plus. You know what my new favorite shit is on Instagram? Like the bitch that you went to high school with is like, this is not an ad. I just really, really love these new. And it's like, yeah, no shit, it's not a fucking ad. Sarah, just because you're delighting us with your goddamn Sephora haul, like nobody thinks you're endorsed by Laura Mercier, okay? Nobody, not one person. This is not an ad. I just wanted to share with you a couple products that I'm really loving. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the hot tip. This isn't you don't have an endorsement deal? Thanks for clarifying, Sarah. I really thought that you were going to be in the next Dior campaign with Charlize Theron walking out of a 24 karat gold pool. Thanks for letting us know. You're going to let Julia Roberts keep her job as the face of Lancome and you'll pay retail $17.50 for your Juicy Tube reboot. Thank you for clarifying. This is not an ad. I'm such a stupid bitch. I'm so fucking annoying. Anyways, I have to tell you, I had the wildest Truman Show experience at my local Topanga Crate and Barrel. Now, I think the ultimate form of narcissism, there we go, get it out, Schimmel, is thinking that you were Truman, a la the Truman Show. My entire life, I kind of like don't really look like my dad at all. And if I saw my parents like whispering in the kitchen, I was like, oh my God, they're in on it. Everybody's watching me. Like, I'm going to give them a hell of a show. And I really felt that way for like a couple years. I used to think that the fire alarms in the house were cameras. And sometimes I would like just like make eye contact and talk to them and say, I know what's going on. Make sure you give me a good edit. Also, my left side is better. And this, overhead lighting probably isn't great for my long-term TV career. I just wanted to know that if there was a fictitious Ed Harrelson or whatever his name is in the cloud in a beret with the little glasses, that he was giving me a good edit and that I knew what was going on and I was going to play the game, just in case. But I walk into a Crate and Barrel. My new thing is that I have decided all the men in my life, all of my guy friends, Max, everyone needs appropriate glassware for when I come over. So the best gifts in life are ones that reward the recipient and the giver, in my humble opinion. So I decided to do a mitzvah and stock up and get everybody martini glasses so that I have to stop schlepping my own to all my friends' houses. So dudes don't think like that. So I got the beautiful crystal glasses for all of my people, okay? Mitzvahs on mitzvahs. Oh, Andy's home. Gorgeous. She's just showing me the foliage through the window. What a guy. What a mensch. Anyways, so I go to this Crate and Barrel. I walk in the very front of the store. They have a display of karaoke microphones, olives, steel toothpicks and martini glasses at the front of the Crate and Barrel. Now, I need to clarify that I in no way, shape, or form think that that's because of me. I am a fucking loser. But it felt like a real life branded sponsored post. You know, when you go on Instagram and you're like talking about getting, I don't know, a girdle, and then 5 minutes later, it's like a girdle in your favorite color shipping to you overnight. And it's all of the things that you were just talking about. It's so weird and creepy, but also I love that shit. People say it's an invasion of privacy. I don't care. Tap my phone. I've got no secrets. Also, yes, I would like the ostrich feather trim pajamas. Thanks for recommending. Yes, order, overnight shipping. Duh. Speaking of sponsored posts, there is a new trend happening on the internet in the influenza world. Now, there is a fashion blogger that I follow. Is it a fashion blogger anymore? No, she's a fashion influencer. I don't know. She's got an Instagram. She's wearing a lot of designer outfits that she gets sent for free. And it tickles my pickle. I like the way she dresses. I don't know what else to say. I hate the way she lives, but I love the way that she dresses. All in all, she is entirely tone deaf. I'm not going to name names. She'll like post a photo of her like being so bloated and like, stars are just like us. And I'm like, who are you? What are you? What? I don't understand. Shelf life mentality. Anyways, her outfits are fire. So I follow her for, inspo before I put on my leggings and oversized Bitch Bible merch t-shirts, which is my go-to uniform these days. So I noticed that she was posting herself with this couple all over town. They were on vacations, then they were coming to visit her. And I could see in her Instagram stories that it was an advertisement. It was like a hashtag ad. But the only thing that was linked was this couple's Instagram account. And I started doing a little bit of a deep dive, and I went back and I was following this very vigorously as a journalist does. And what is happening, the transaction that's happening is that this couple is paying her to tag them in Instagram stories and prefacing it as, these are my friends, we're going to dinner with my friends, look how cute my friends are, doing TikToks with my friends. My mind blew. Maybe this is a sensitive subject for me personally because my best friends don't want me to tag them on Instagram because they don't want to be affiliated with me publicly. So I don't know what that says about me. One of my best friends actually unfollowed me on Instagram while we were on my birthday wine tasting trip right in front of me because he said that he only wanted to be exposed to new interesting people and ideas in the digital world and that he was just over me. So he went around, actually, we were at a table and he unfollowed all of us because he just decided that we were, not interesting enough to follow on social media. So that's what I'm working with. Those are my hashtag advertisement friends. Like I say, love a no person. That shit is weird. I don't support it. I don't condone it. I frown upon it, and just keep your eyes peeled because that's the new wave. I just have to say, because Andrew will never listen to this, that motherfucker went out and bought like some goddamn Thai basil, a sprig of fucking rosemary, and has put on the most high intensity garden gloves I have ever seen. She put on her fucking hiking boots that she wasn't able to wear on her camping trip with the girls. I was going to say boys, but girls. And like has a shovel the size of Texas, like he's about to remove a 200-year oak tree to plant 3 fucking pansies and some goddamn mint. This is why he doesn't, I've created a handy Andy list just to get him to do shit around the house, like really trivial things, because he's just, listen, for someone who was born a Gentile, so not fucking handy. His father, my father-in-law, rest in peace, was like hunting and woodworking and whittling things and was like, made his own cabinetry, and Andrew can barely fucking pot a goddamn basil. I'm also starting to think that perhaps Andrew is doing what I do so flawlessly by pretending to be less capable than I actually am so that I can constantly outsource and have people do it for me because I'm a lazy fuckhead. Here's some exciting news. Chris Evans accidentally shared a picture of his penis on Instagram. He insists that it was a mistake and I guess quickly took the photos down. Yep, sure. That is the oldest trick in the book. That's like the 7th grade butt text fiasco. I would do that all the time when I wanted to make communication with a guy that I liked, that I was trying to hook up with at a bar or bat mitzvah, or at the 7th grade dance. Kill me. I mean, I used to have my mother write me a note to get out of gym when we would have a middle school dance that started at 3 p.m. It was still light out. It was in the gymnasium. I mean, if I could go back in time and just hit myself, my mom would be like, sorry, because I would get a fantastic Sam's blow dry, real puffy, very John Bonet meets Best in Show. And my mom would be like, Jackie can't overly exert herself because her hair will frizz. So I would sit out of gym so that I could maintain my gorgeous gingivitis sex appeal in the hopes of maybe a bump and grind or maybe a 2-foot apart slow dance. So I had my little brick Nokia. Actually, I didn't have a phone till 8th grade. But anyways, I would always text the guy that I liked and be like, hey. And then he'd be like, hey. And I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I meant to text my cousin. And then just wait if they responded. Guess what? They didn't. If you have a truly authentic, technical or digital kerfuffle, it's a picture of your triple chin or a weird screenshot, or you accidentally text the person that you were talking shit about with another person. That's a true accident. I can say this firsthand because when I first got an iPhone, I was very late to the iPhone game. I loved my BlackBerry. I loved Brick Breaker. I loved BBM. It made me feel like a professional when in actuality, I was a complete loser. I loved the whole thing. And I'm someone who thrives in a routine and I like consistency. And I just wasn't trying to be about that iPhone life. But when I first originally got it, I remember this so vividly because it was so traumatizing, and I have tried to block it out, but have been unable to because it's just jarred in my brain. I had my iPhone in a bottom of my tote bag, my work bag, if you will. Now, you know that I love a public restroom. I love the anonymity. It's a shimmel standoff. I will stay in there till at least 3 different cycles of people come in and out so that I can poo in privacy and without being embarrassed. I never want to make eye contact with someone that knows that I just pooed. So I wait till I hear the sink go. If I know that there's 4 stalls, I always take the handicapped, by the way, always. It's an entitlement issue that I'm working on. But there's really only 2 types of people in the world. There's people that make manicure appointments and who do walk-ins. There's also the type of person that actually says out loud, mani-pedi, or who refuses. And then there are people that take the handicap stall or do not take the handicap stall. I am obviously in the former. I always, always, always go to the handicap stall for a couple reasons. A, I need some room. I need to find my chakras. I need to relax. I'm not good in a claustrophobic environment. Although I can do a pressure poo. If I know that it's go time and I'm about to hit the fucking wall and I've got 2 minutes to showtime, I will chug 85 glasses of matcha. And I sometimes in a flight or fight situation can make it happen. Not amazingly, but I can get something somewhere out. Anywho, I'm in the handicap stall doing my business in the lobby bathroom of my office building. Did a lot of good work in there. And I was going through my purse and I could hear diddle-ding, diddle-ding. And I didn't have a lock screen. I didn't really know how to use the iPhone. I had never FaceTimed with anyone in my entire life. I don't know if I can't remember if I was trying to text my sister and then accidentally hit the FaceTime camera or if it's a blur. What I do know is that I grabbed my phone out of my bag. Anyone who knows me, if you look inside my purses, Godspeed. It's disgusting. There's crunchy. It's just not, organization is not my strong suit. Okay. So I'm pilfering around. I grab my phone and I see an ex-coworker face to face, like full eye contact with an ex-coworker that I barely fucking knew, that I had not seen or spoken to in 2 years, mid-defecation. Like, hi, Anwar. That was his name. You don't accidentally showcase your beautiful, well-lit shaft on Instagram by mistake, Chris Evans. Nice fucking try. Don't you even. That triggers me so much because as a victim of an actual technical defecation difficulty, I just don't believe that he accidentally posted a beautiful photo of his shaft, you know? Like, nice try. Nice try, Chrissy Cakes. Nice try and nice penis. You're welcome. We've got a lot of, I mean, I'm not going to be the person that teases a secret project because we all know, like, I can't fucking do that. But I would just like to let everyone know that Jackie Schimmel is on the precipice of an off-brand rebrand, a 2.0, an extension of herself, and things are about to really turn the fuck up. All you need to know is that she is wellness, she is aggressive, she is mindless, and she is peace. So you're fucking welcome. Could you imagine if I did a wellness tour, how incredible that would be? I would start off with Shimmergy. So we would wake up super early and have probably, you know, I was going to do a Reels actually today. I thought about how funny it would be, but sometimes I have to just like dial it back. And I'm like, no, Jackie, that's just for you. That's just for you. Like, be present. This is, you know, it's not shtick zone 101. I have been having a real inkling to the brie cheese lately. It hurts me, but I love it. I have a toxic relationship with it. And I wake up every morning and I have a French brie on 5 crackers. And I'm like, that's when people do in Paris and they're so thin. And it's like, yeah, but you're not. So I've been dabbling in the brie cheese. So maybe we would wake up, perhaps a Bloody Mary. Then we would start with the Shimmergy, where I would be thrusting my vag in your face. I'd probably also bust out like a ribbon dance. I could probably recreate my infamous fraternity formal interpretive dance to Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith, but maybe we'd update the music. It's like that's just a little bit too tried, a bit archaic, been there, done that, if you will. Then we would go on to our journaling portion. I'd probably like consult one of my spiritual gurus to come in, whether it be, a Ramona Singer. My God, Dorinda, go to church. I'm like, maybe you should go to church. And also maybe you should go to a local COVID clinic because you are gallivanting, honey. It would be like the anti-goop wellness conference. We would learn how to make martinis. What else? Oh, we would learn how to like subtly torture our husbands. There'd be all these like different seminars, and we could have a speaker. We could have guest speakers. We could get Betty Broderick to maybe Skype in. Oh my God, my head is exploding. Oh my God, can you imagine how to incorporate everyday casual verbal assault to live a better life, led by Jackie Schimmel, professor? Oh man, it's all too much. Last week we talked about the atrocity that is a public Venmo transaction. I haven't done my homework on the celebrity public Venmo transactions. I find that to be another level of cringe that I don't know that I'm ready to take on, just because I'm trying to be zen, because it's my new way of life. However, on the reverse flip side of a public Venmo transaction, sometimes I like to get creative with torturing my loved ones. So my best friend Max is an incredible makeup artist. He is the only person that I let touch my face or put makeup on me because he's just so fucking good at it. And it's wild, and it makes me hate him a little bit. I'm like, really? Like, oh, so annoying. So, but really beneficial to me. It's like, it shows me that I'm an amazing person, because if karma is real, which I kind of don't believe that it is, I must have done something right in this world to weather the storm of a homosexual best friend all through high school pretending to be a heterosexual and like letting him live his distruth. enough to watch him bloom and blossom and then reap the benefits of his talents in the professional makeup field, because I don't even own like an eyeliner. So it's been really amazing for me. It all goes back to me. Anyways, Max does my makeup all the time. He did my makeup last week. Never lets me fucking pay him. So to both reward and punish him, I decided to indulge in my first public Venmo transaction. So I sent him a little something, and then I just wrote in the comments, loan for rent. So that everybody that we would go to high school with, everyone that knows us both, would think that I was giving him a loan to pay rent, which I thought was really funny. He did not appreciate that. He's a very successful, independent little Mo. And, you know, I just couldn't help myself. And then he just texted me and said, "You're a fucking cunt." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is friendship, you know? And I might start just Venmoing Andrew randomly just to lower his stock. You know what I mean? So that people can see, like, I'll just be like, mortgage or dinner, anniversary dinner. I'll Venmo him for like random anniversary dinners, or like Venmo, "Thanks for getting me a coffee." Like, that's an amazing idea. Ladies and gentlemen, we will learn this all on the Jackie Schimmel 2021 Wellness Tour Shimmergy Spectacular. A public Venmo to your husband, unsolicited Venmo transactions. It lowers their stock. It makes them seem disgusting. I love this. I'm going to do it right now. Wow, wow, wow. You know, I can only leave us with an American Beauty quote because I have just had a rebirth. And like the great Kevin Spacey once said, "It's a great thing when you realize you still have the ability to surprise yourself. It makes you wonder what else you can do that you've forgotten about." I'm going to fucking pay Andrew right now. What's a good place to start with your husband? I think like tampons, date night with a little heart emoji. Oh, here's a good one. Gift for your mom. And then in parentheses, "Mine's dead." Just to like also get a pity factor going for the public Venmo transaction. Ooh, gas money. You know, guys, sometimes you just got to get creative to keep it spicy. Thank you for listening. Make sure you give us 5 stars on iTunes, and follow me at Jackie Schimmel if you feel like it, or if you don't, go fuck yourself. See you next week. Lilas.